Good morning, everybody. All right, so what's the plan, guys? What are you looking for in the market right now? All right, let me see the messages. Yeah. Um, on Nasdaq and SP 500, we retrace back to the latest order block. If we make 1 hour C2, I would target higher prices, target this daily fair value gap and London high on SP 500. Let me see gold. Yeah, gold, the pre-daily high is $1. As I mentioned, daily POI, higher prices or lower prices if it makes bearish OB. Crude oil reached my level, as I mentioned, back to the weekly POI after this move. So right now, I would only focus on indices. Exactly. Exactly. I'm gonna double check right now, but uploading my charts just a moment. That's why I'm checking my second monitor here on the right. All right, here we go at 10 o'clock. Probably the London high is gonna be taken on SP 500. We made a C2 closures. I would like to see a continuation higher. Let me start to draw my market. And then of course, I would like to see the 965-ish area as well. Yeah, I know what you mean, but sitting on the sideline is much better than involving involved in the market and having loss. So I think it's better just tape reading than losing money because we didn't have any. like set up right now, right? Based on our strategy, and that's okay. I mean, like I don't really care if I don't trade for 1 week because the market didn't give me any entry, and because as well, I think this is going back the same idea that with trading you earn money or as a salary based on the decision, not the time. And even if it's sitting like 1 week, in front of the computer or laptop, then if there is no setup, no decision made to get in, the decision made to not get involved, that's how we make money in the long term, because we're not losing money. I mean, I can FOMO in right now with 1 mini. Probably the probability is higher. The market makes 10 more points higher than 100 points done, but that's gambling, and then that's not good. Even right now, the market, actually, the bullish order flow is holding, so that's okay. We can have another hour. In the third hour, like 12 o'clock, sweep into the fair value gap that this price, left here, and it can go higher, but now it reached my daily fair value gap, and I wanted to see this retrace back after the daily C2, respecting the daily POI as it did. So that's the first spot where I would not really touch the market now, because this is where I want to see a reaction on the 1 hour time frame, like a swing formation. And however, I have failure swings here, and based on the theory, if the market makes C2, the C3, C4 should take out the previous bearish moves top, which is now the body, not the candle high, if the market wants to go higher. Because right now we have this bearish move and we have a retrace back, or we have a reversal. Right now at this stage, we don't know what we have. It can be a retrace back to this fair value gap going lower, or it can be a reversal and going higher. So right now I'm just observing, because the daily fair value gap is hit, but based on the same concept, because the market made the C2 1 hour here, the C3 and the C4. So if the C3 close bullish, the probability is higher to have a C4 bullish candle than bearish. Now we have a 1 hour fair value gap here as well. I don't need this one anymore, but you can use this one as an inverse fair value gap if you really want, but I don't use inverse fair value gaps. I'm just gonna mark it. So right now the problem is that we not allowed to, or I mean I'm not allowed to, or I don't want to really looking for continuation without this C3 on the M5. because the price already took out the pre-market high, a daily fair value gap, and now the 1 hour fair value gap inside the daily fair value gap, right? So now I'm now really looking for retrace back and going higher. It can make it. I didn't say that, but that's not ideal. Let's see SP 500. Took out the London high and left a minor fair value gap here. We have a C2 here. Let me just mark those as well. All right, so on Nasdaq SP 500 as well, we reached PDA, the 1 hour PDA, London high or 1 hour fair value gap, whatever we name it. My point of interest is this 5 minutes fair value gap inside this 1 hour point of interest, right? So ideally, I would like to see something like this. And then if we have a new M5 changing state of delivery, there should be a protected low that took out the pre-low of the on the 10-hour candle. And I don't want to see closure below the 10-hour open. If we have, then that means the trend, the micro trend is changed. So I want to see a retrace back in the new M5 changing state of delivery. But as well, it's already not ideal, as I mentioned, because this is a 50%. And if I draw the OT of this range, yeah, it's here. We will see. Let me see gold. Yeah, gold 1 hour time frame reached the daily, the pre-daily high. That's nice. And if you see like a retail trader, I would say we have a head and shoulders. That means the buying power was stronger than the sellers. But I don't want to talk about retail trading. And right now we reached the pre-daily high, but we still have low resistance liquidity higher. And you can see how the inverse fair value gap was holding, right? So again, back like a couple of lives ago, I was talking about, and so this is really important. when you understand that this candle was imbalanced by the sellers, so no buyers, left a fair value gap, retraced, and the sellers tries to push lower, and even couldn't take out these liquidity, probably because in the past events, I don't want to go back to time now, we have some area here where the buyers step in most of the times, and now they push the price higher. They pushed higher the critical area, which was this imbalance, and then again close above. They wanted to push higher, so they let the algorithm, let the people, or let the liquidity take from this imbalance, make the balance, and the buyers pushed higher. So this is again, that's why other traders, like I don't want to say names, they use the inverse fair value gap as a trading entry. But the idea behind that, we will actually reach a higher time frame critical level or important level or significant level, doesn't really matter. And that's the theory behind. They pushed, that's a failure, a failed auction, market auction, and the price goes higher and swap this low and then into a significant area. And now we should go higher. That's about gold. Yeah, exactly. The breaker block. You mean this? That's a breaker block. Yeah. And then retrace back and went higher. That's a unicorn entry as well. Low, high, low, higher, high, and then the price went higher. So right now we have it here significant level, but we have liquidity levels are there. So it's not ideal, because if we sweep and we close back to the range, this pretty high can reject the price, and the gold can come back this area or just only this area. We're gonna mark now and annotate the chart. Another interesting thing is that, would I like to see the price coming back deep discount? No. So I don't want to see this fair value gap to be filled. If the price wants to, go higher and target this daily area, I want to see the price to have a shallow retrace on the 1 hour time frame and going higher. And why I would like to see that one? Because here as well, if you see, we have an inverse fair value gap as well. Here we go. And as well, what we have here, we have an inverse fair value gap, and we have a pretty high here. So this is again, if you remember the market maker sell model, and this is a market maker buy model, and that was a manipulation out of the range, and now we had this area. So we can see these levels maybe in the next couple of days. But the most important is that the market maker sell or buy model works, the previous support or resistance gonna change and support or act as a resistance towards new trend. Okay, so inverse fair value gap, there was another inverse fair value gap. So like you see slowly these things, and as well, so we have several things. The price can come back here and goes higher. That would make sense, right? Why? Because we have the order block that failed, so that can be as a resistance. It can act as a resistance, and we have an inverse fair value gap. And as well, if you see the price on the left side, this is not my strategy, but as well you can see this zone was important. You see how many times the price was turning around. So if I would use a volume profile, probably that would be a point of control here, but I don't use that one. That's another strategy. I'm not a big fan of it. But as you can see, many concepts can actually act similar or, you know, end up in similar results. So I would like to see higher prices. I want to see this area to be taken. Not if not today, tomorrow. Not tomorrow, someday. No, just kidding. I would like to see maybe PM section. Maybe we can have a retrace back during the AM, accumulation, manipulation, and then going higher during PM session. We will see. Let me see the questions. Let me see the minus 2.5, because accumulation, manipulation, distribution, and the standard deviation from this high to this low. Yeah, that makes sense actually, that we're gonna have accumulation, because that's a time distortion model. And then you have to see on the left side, did we take out any significant high here? No. We have here a range. So those equal highs can be a doll. But let's just go on the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, this area, the most valid with this. Failure swing into external liquidity, which is a previously high. That would be nice. But right now, on the 5 minutes time frame, if you wanna see on the 5 minutes time frame, if you wanna see time distortion model, I would like to see the price coming back to the latest imbalance before the -2 STD. Well, we have here as well, but this is not really a time distortion. So I want to see like something like this. So right now we just sit on my hands. Now SP500 already swept the high. We will see. You see it's getting too far, like almost 150 points distance. I'm just gonna make another cup of coffee, just a moment. All right, I'm back. Let me see the chat. Yes, there is a C2 on NQ. Let me go back here. You see, there's a C2 on NQ and on SP500 as well. That's correct. Yeah, and it's a really strong C2 because it's close above the. So it's really that's ideal A plus C2 because it's not just close back to the range, but close back above this down close candle. So that's a really strong one. That's why I was looking for longs within the inside the C4 because the C3 as well really bullish. Didn't give me any entry, so I would like to see a C4 continuation as well on a higher time frame. And you know what level? These levels are really important. Let me see the questions. No, Inzactist. Let me see the name. Inzactist. Yeah, I hope I announced properly. Yeah, no, you don't have to. So the C2 means it's sweeping the C1 and closing back to the range, right? Ideally, we want to see us, let's say this is the C1, C2, and close back to the range, right? So I'm going to use a open, high, low, and close. That was a C1, okay? And then we're going to have a C2, okay? C2 opened here, went lower, opened here, and then opened here, went lower, swept the low, went higher, and closed back to the range. And then within the C3, we want to see an open, low, right? Usually back to the 50% and the opening price, 50% of the week, and the new opening candle, opening level of the new C3 candle and the 50% of the week here, and then going higher. And ideally, the C3 closes above the C1, but when we have a stronger C2, that case we have a closure above, and that's really good because that case we're gonna use this whole range 50% and new candle open level, and if it respects the 50, you know, the POI, so we want to see an open low high close, and that's really bullish. So I don't think so you have to be confused. That's all right. Let me see. Yeah, so the 9 o'clock candle was the C2. So I can annotate. This one is a C1, right? This one is a C2, and this one is a C3. So yeah, you should rewatch. Just go 3Tade's YouTube channel. I recommend you. And there is a video specifically how to trade C3. So I think that's easiest for you because that's his strategy, and I learned everything from his videos as well. And you know, always nice to learn from the original source. So if you have a time, just go and watch his videos again, and let me know if you have any question. Right now we are just waiting, so that's why I went to make my cup of coffee. And let's see the gold. Yeah, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. We're waiting. We are waiting. Right, I'm gonna see how many other people are streaming right now. New York AM session. Okay, so there's a TraderFi TV. There is a Ninja Trader. There's a My Funded Futures. There is Tanya. There is another guy. There is Reeps. There is a Top Step TV. There is me. There is a Trades by Matt. There is a Smooth Trader. Yeah. What else we have? There is a guy who has a name Sniper. I even don't know who's that guy. But probably he's sniping in and out. Yeah. I just check. It shows everybody, not just who I was signing up. Okay, there is Patrick Wieland, of course. Let me see what he's doing. There is Gachier Trades. There is Future Scalper. There's a Big Daddy Morning Show. I don't know those guys. There is a Flow Zone Trader. There's Market Mind. Damn, a lot of people are streaming. The Profile Hideout. There's like Crypto Wall Street. Oh, there's a VIX 9. Oh, there's a Bro Trading. Oh, FOMC. Do we have FOMC tomorrow? Let me check. Oh, no, we have FOMC today. I see. Okay. Yeah, it's PM session. So if the news is not, inside the AM session, I don't care. Thursday, we have unemployment claims. 8:30 doesn't really affect me because I trade after 9:30. Friday, yeah, PMI 945. That's gonna be 8:30. Gonna be probably the manipulation, and 9:45 is gonna be a distribution. But we will see. Okay, there is a day trading with Matt. We have a lot of Matt. Alpine Trader, Armin Trades, Deja Brew Trading, Forex Insights, J Down Trades, Pasha IRL, I internal liquidity level or something like that. I don't know the name. Business Zinc, Pavlovic. Oh damn, a lot of them. Everybody uses this their face as a thumb. Yeah, probably we have a bear flag. Sorry, bull flag on Nasdaq. Yeah, a lot of people are streaming. Damn. Yeah, no, you didn't miss anything, Nico. I was just checking how many people are streaming right now, AM session, so a lot of them. Yeah, I explained the C2, so I think he knows now. Daily C2, hourly C2. Yeah, but you need only to find a 2-hour trade. You don't have to catch the whole leg. So if you have a retrace, you have an M5 OB, you know, if you find the entry with 50 points, then you have to go to only 100, you know. Be careful this 5-minute continuation model, because first of all, let me show you. The candle opened here, went lower, and it's already higher. Plus, this is the open of that candle, and this is the close of the candle. So there is no M5 yet on Nasdaq. And that's as well, I'm not looking for fractal when we have consolidation. I'm looking for a fractal when we have trend, right? So what I wanted to see, entered, you know, but never came back to this 1-hour POI. And this is my 1-hour time frame. You can see we have a shallow wick, which is good because that supports the idea the price wants to go higher quickly. But ideally, I wanted to see the price coming back the 50%. So open, low, and going higher. Didn't happen. So wasn't any entry. I was looking for this area because that was a fair value area of the C2. It didn't happen. I'm not eager to looking for longs here, put my SL here, target 2R. When the next candle is gonna be open, low, sweep this low, make a new 5 minutes fair value, 5 minutes changing state of delivery, and then going higher. So I only trade the first order block from the POI of the new candle. Funny to see gold just stuck. Right, I see maybe the gold's gonna just sweep the pre-daily high. And I can imagine a lot of traders gonna short on the 30-second time frame or a 1-minute time frame because, oh my God, The gold just swapped the pre-daily high. We have a SMT with silver. We're gonna go lower. Wow, I'm gonna go on 30-second chart with 1 minute, just be able to catch 5 points move and make a living. Let's just say you entered here, you put your stop loss here, and you go for 2R. That will be your entry. And then we're gonna observe the new 1 hour open. All right, we're gonna see what's the price wants to see, what to do, what he wants to do. Probably accumulation, manipulation, and distribution, or something like that. No, no. So based on fractal, you wanna use the previous 1 hour area, right? Because you anticipate continuation. If you anticipate continuation, you wanna see the price to manipulate back. Why? Okay, so every candle has a open the accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right, on some level. And what we want to see, the price to manipulate lower before it goes higher if the price wants to go higher, right? Just let me know if you hear and listen to the explanation right now. Okay, so important thing, when the new 1 hour candle open, so this is, let's say, let me so let's say this is the point of interest. Okay, so wait, I'm gonna draw you a proper one. Okay, so that was the open. Oh shit, I'm gonna use this one. That was the open, price went lower, went higher, and closed. Okay, so We don't need a row. That's a 1 hour candle. If the price hasn't met with the doll and the price respecting the bullish order flow, what we want to see, we have this whole range week to week, and I want to see the price to respect the 50% of this whole range and the new candle open, which is previous close, obvious, right? So this one is your 1 hour point of interest. So back to the story, the price is gonna open, manipulate back the 1 hour POI, and on the lower time frame, I wanna see fair value gap or 5 minutes order block to have inside this POI, right? So I wanna see the price coming back, manipulate back to the point of interest into an M5 PDA, make a new M5 changing state of delivery, and then going higher. All right, so I think now you get it. And let's say we have a 5 minutes fair value gap here. You see? And then why? Because you want to position your longs inside the wick of the new 1 hour candle or the lower part of the candle, and you wanna go with the flow, and you wanna have 2 hour only, of course. Let's say like this, and you put your SR here. You wanna go with the distribution and not let's call it a T spot, which is actually the 50% of the range that's below the POI and the new 1 hour candle open. But that makes sense as well because every bullish candle has to have open, low, high, close, right? So you want to have open as an accumulation, low is a manipulation, the high is a distribution, and there will be a retrace. Okay, so let's see your entry. You see how weak this whole move? In the last 15 minutes you will be in the trade, but not ideal, and it has this range, so we will see. Exactly. Had happened many times. I've seen many times. So that's why I'm not rushing to get in. Because if the price wants to go without me, then more than welcome. I'm fine. I'm not rushing. I don't want to run after that. I don't want to chase a trade. All right, 2 more minutes for the new 1 hour candle. Come on, guys. Come on, Nasdaq, do something. All right, so that can be a funny to see. Price swept the pre-daily high. Most of the traders would short from here, right? But swept the pre-daily high, that's true, but didn't close back to the range. So let's see if the price wants to make a continuation. This is the whole range, and it's already not ideal because the 50% is higher than the close. So that would be the point of interest. And we would like to see a continuation on the M5 from this area. Let me see what we have. That's gonna be a good lesson, I guess. Okay. Let me here. So we have this order block, and the price retrace back to this order block. So what we wanna see? We wanna see close above this level. But because it swapped pre-daily high, the probability is higher the price is gonna retrace back to the internal liquidity because we took out the external, which is the internal, of course, by the external on the lower time frame. So we want to see open high low close on the 5 minutes, and if the price is gonna actually close below this, we can target this and this level, but this is not a fractal model as well, so it's not really ideal. Something like this, yeah. So yeah, I just keep reading this. I see a lot of people actually shorting from this breaker block, but that's not a real breaker block because there is no low here. So this, where is the last swing Where is one low where we have, okay, so what the swing means? We have one low and we have two higher lows next to it, right? That's a swing. This is a swing because there's a low, lower low, higher low, okay? This is a swing. This is a swing. And this is a swing. That was at the top, of course. That's not a swing because it has higher and lower. This is not a swing, not a swing, not a swing, not a swing. This is the last swing. This is the last up move. And that's why a lot of people having, losing trades because they don't know. You see the bullish move? Now, if it closes, we can target these highs here. Here. I'm not in the trade. I'm just gonna mark it. 44 seconds. My bad, sorry. I switched off the microphone. Okay. No, I'm not taking. And that's why I was talking about why it's a good exercise, because the fractal model is not a pattern trading. What happened? We reached a significant level. We had a sweep of this significant level, right? So that was a pretty high. So let me delete this so people won't think I took it. Okay, so took out the pre-daily high. The pre-daily high is a high of the previous day. That means we have a significant liquidity who was shorting from yesterday's high some level. When the price takes out a low or high, I anticipate a new phase of the price. What's the new phases? What kind of phases we have? So let's say and just swept. So when we sweep a high or reach a high, what we can anticipate? We can anticipate consolidation right? That's nice because that means we're gonna have a manipulation done and we're gonna go higher. What else we can anticipate? We can anticipate a V-shaped reaction from the high, right? Because took out the liquidity, that means the significant sellers was involved to push the price lower. That's a V-shaped reaction. So we can have a V-shaped reaction, we can have a consolidation, manipulation, continuation, or we can have a retrace and continuation higher. So right now what we can see here, let me know what do you think? What we have at a significant high right now, what the price is doing right now. Let me know if you are here. Exactly, consolidation. Exactly. So it didn't reject. So why I should position a trade, why I should position myself in a trade at the current high, which is a significant high. So right now we have a consolidation here. Why is the consolidation? Because this whole move, the price is inside this whole move, right? Let me know if you're with me, guys. Yes, exactly. You see? So that's what the retail traders call as a flag. Can be like this, can be like this, whatever. But so right now, let me delete all these unnecessary things. Does it really matter where we have order block inside this consolidation? No. But I was joking and I was telling you guys, a lot of people, because the pre-daily high was swapped, gonna short. And that can be okay if that's part of their strategy. But what we wanna see? We wanna see from the low to the high, but this is kind of strange because the last low is here. So that's the pole of the flag. So I wanna see manipulation down, make the order block from the manipulation and going higher. Does it make sense? Does it look like a time distortion entry model? Of course. Why? We have a time distortion. That means the algorithm collecting or building liquidity both of the directions, right? We're gonna have a sharp move out of the range, engaging shorts, early shorts, and the price gonna go back, close above the order block that created the manipulation and goes higher. Or you can see this, and the price is gonna go and go lower, respect, and there's gonna be a reversal. And we're gonna take out this liquidity and this liquidity, right? So that's why not ideal to take any entry. Doesn't really matter what's your entry model. If you're not scalping and you're not trading like range trading, I know a lot of range traders. That means you can have longs from the bottom of the range with a really small. So you could let's say a long, and then you can short as well from the top of the range to the bottom of the range, and that's how you make money. But this is not my strategy. I'm not range trading. I know Stefan does, and he's a genius trader. So right now you can see the price is like nah, it's a big now. So I never take a trade inside the consolidation. Okay, and you can see the price is dancing around the pre-daily high, which is a significant level. Does it make sense, guys? Nice. Let's see Nasdaq, right? That was your entry, you remember? That was your entry. We see if it's gonna be good or not. It's a good lesson to learn, I guess. So we had a new 1 hour candle opened. So I wanna see where was the open. That was the open here. This is my point of interest, right? So what I wanna see inside this new 1 hour candle, if the price wants to go higher, I want to see the price to manipulate back to the daily, the 1 hour POI into a M5 order block. Let's say this one. Make a new M5, changing state of delivery, and then that means this low should be protected. And I would target 2R higher prices, something like this. Why? Because the price made the new order block from the previous order block. That means this one is a protected low of the new 1 hour candle. And I'm trying to have 2R, which is 103 points, which is not ideal as well. But now you see the price is accumulating. So I want to see a manipulation into this range, a sharp move, like a V-shaped reaction, like sharp in and out this order block and going higher. But at the same time, we have equal lows here. And we have an M5 fair value gaps here. And you can see the price slow down here. Before, it has a strong move. So distribution, accumulation. So a new phase of we are in the new phase of the price right now. So I want to see a manipulation and then going higher. Okay. So now I'm just sitting and waiting for my entry. By the way, I'm gonna have a new desk soon. So finally, I'm gonna have a normal desk. I put my laptop and my setup. I'm changing a country right now. I'm traveling, so that's the ideal I can have right now. All right, I'm gonna wait till we see, but probably I'm gonna wrap up the live soon because it's almost 11:30, and usually I trade 9:30 to 11:30 because the lunch is coming, the lunch break, and I don't wanna sit through any trade during the lunch. I'm not trading PM session, so I think I'm gonna wrap up soon. We will see how is your trade in Zactis. We will see, and yeah, gold is, as I mentioned, ranging, and I want to see something like this to take out these equal lows. But yeah, we will see. So if you have any question, leave a comment in the comment section, please. I'm gonna wrap up soon in the next 10 minutes. Even if you have any question right now, just text me in the chat. All right, I'm back. Exactly, doing nothing. I'm really curious how many of the traders actually shorting right now. Let me check the live streams. It's always fun to see what other traders are doing when I'm actually not trading at all. So I don't think so I will touch the market today. I have like 8 more minutes. I don't think so I'm gonna have an entry. Yeah, I can see Dakota is shorting based on his 100 tick chart. Yeah, but the rest of the people actually not trading. So yeah, if you have any question, leave a comment in the comment section, please. And don't forget to subscribe and like the video and like the channel. And then until next, see you tomorrow, guys.